Resuming debate, the Honourable Member for South Okanagan, West Kootenay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm happy to speak this evening in support of Bill S-238, an act that would ban the import and export of shark fins into Canada. And I'll be brief because we would all like to see this bill quickly passed here and given royal assent before Parliament rises in June. And we've had 5 or more similar bills like this that have been debated in this place over the years, and unfortunately none have passed, and it would be so unfortunate if we missed this opportunity once again to pass this important legislation. And I would like to thank my friend Senator Mike McDonald from Nova Scotia for introducing this bill into the Senate, and I would also like to thank my colleague, the member from Port Moody Coquitlam, for sponsoring it in this place. It's very similar to a bill that he sponsored, he put forward as a private member's bill back in 2013. And as others have said, shark finning is the practice of catching a shark, cutting off its fins, and throwing it back in the ocean alive, where it dies a miserable death, usually through drowning. Sharks have to keep moving through the water to breathe, to get water moving across their gills, and without their fins, they just sink to the bottom and drown. It's barbaric, it's wasteful, most of it is illegal, and it is fueled by simple greed. You might think it's not a common practice, but unfortunately that is not the case. Over 100 million sharks, and some estimates are double that, 200 million sharks are killed every year to satisfy the demand for shark fin soup. And Canada's share in this slaughter is increasing. We imported 180,000 kilograms of shark fins in 2017, up from 106,000 kilograms in 2012. We are the largest importer of shark fins outside of East Asia. And this practice is significantly impacting shark fin populations around the world, and it doesn't just affect the sharks, it's radically changing the ocean ecosystems. Can you imagine 100 million bears disappearing from our forests, or 100 million lions disappearing from the plains of Africa? 141 species of sharks are now classified as threatened or near threatened with extinction around the world. The Committee on the Status of Endangered Wildlife in Canada has assessed 6 species of sharks from Canadian waters and have listed 3 as endangered and 3 as special concern. Some shark species are particularly hard hit by finning. The scalloped hammerhead has declined over 90%. One study suggested a loss of 98% over a period of 30 years off the east coast of North America. Data from the same coast indicate that the population of the oceanic white-tip shark, once one of the most abundant animals in the world's oceans, has declined by over 70% between 1992 and 2000. 70% in only 8 years. This once abundant species is rapidly becoming functionally extinct. Mr. Speaker, before I had the privilege to sit in this place, I was an ecologist who did a lot of work on species at risk. And one thing I've noticed over that career is our casual disregard for the destruction of populations of animals living in our oceans or lakes or rivers, be they fish, sharks, turtles, or whales. We simply don't seem to worry about things we can't see. And because we can't easily see what goes on below the surface of the ocean, we too often destroy populations before we're aware of what we've really done. And I can mention the impact on our whale populations around the world, Atlantic salmon, northern cod, and now the sharks of the world. And I'll finish by mentioning, as others have, last October I had the honor of meeting the parents of Rob Stewart at an early screening of Rob's magnificent movie, Sharkwater Extinction. Rob was a remarkable young Canadian devoted to the conservation of marine ecosystems and especially sharks. His movie, Sharkwater, was hailed around the world, but tragically he drowned while filming the sequel, Sharkwater Extinction. His parents have bravely worked to finish the movie, and it's now being shown across the country. And I urge everyone here and everyone across Canada to see this important documentary. It will inspire you, and it will change your view on sharks forever. Thank you.